Hey everyone, and welcome to Darkson Gaming. My name is Chris, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the fantastically spooky Dokkan Festival banner. That's right, it's been a while, but we're going to go ahead and jump in and take a look at what this banner is, how really good it is. I mean, if you really kind of take each of these units individually, how they play, everything else. I mean, Majin Vegeta is probably easily the in my opinion, probably the best unit that's on here. He does so many different things. But then obviously you have the Goku that becomes the Goku Gohan. I mean, 200% lead. Here we go. Yeah, just I mean another fantastic unit. You're talking about two units right there back to back that can tank up pretty well and also produce some good damage. And then also you have the Cell, you know, very good if you have a lot of Android units, everything else that comes through from there. This Goku, although he is not a 200% unit, he is a beast, and he can just attack and attack and attack. You want him to be going through as quickly as possible to be causing a lot of damage. And then we've got Kid Buu, and Kid Buu is actually going to finally get a 200% leader when the Gammas release next week. And that's really where you have to ask yourself, are these units better than maybe the Gammas? So, taking a look here, you do have the Kale, or Caulifla and Kale. I actually don't have this unit. I mean, that's kind of where we're at there. And then Videl, still a very good Peppy Gal's unit. Again, not a 200% lead, but still a very good unit in her own right. And then again, same thing with the Caulifla and Kale. I mean, I think this is a very underrated unit. And you know that there's going to be more Universal Saga stuff coming out, and you know that these guys are going to get a 200% leader. You know that eventually the LR version of them is going to get even more broken. So just imagine what these guys can turn around and end up becoming. But so the real case is, you know, should you summon? Will I summon? You know, first and foremost, when taking a look at it, I mean, you have a multi for 40 stones, you know, one time. That alone, again, ultimately everything always comes down to what is in your box. However, in your box, you know, you may not have any of the gifted warriors or Vegeta family that is going to work out really well with this Vegeta. But at the same time, this team actually has a great mono intelligence team that is very, very stacked. That they are able to turn around and really do some amazing things defensively, offensively. I mean, you have to remember the Int Scouter Vegeta, the 50% leader. You have got the Vegeta exchange into Goku that does very well. Then, not to mention, you also have the Heroes units. Heroes banner is going to be coming up as well. Another banner you have to consider whether or not you're going to summon on. So there's just a lot of things that really kind of come down to whether or not you want to do something, and it really just comes down to what you have in your box. And I'm actually going to just come here and take a look at, where are the character lists? Alright, so yeah, of course, been farming for that guy right there. So if we actually take a look right now, go into Vegeta's family, and then go into Gifted Warriors. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. And again, it doesn't make a difference if, for me on this banner, this one here is, I need everything. I only have singles of everything and no Caulifla and Kales. Where on the Gamma's banner that's going to be coming out here, don't have that information up right now because you don't know how it's going to change with Global, and I don't really want to see what it could end up changing. But on JP, I only need Gamma 1, Gamma 2, that's it. If I don't pull one of those two units, everybody else is rainbowed, and TURs are on their way to be rainbowed. But this right here is that intelligence group that I was talking about. Some very good units that turn around. I mean, you've got this guy here that can become not only a defensive juggernaut, but also potentially offensive. You have... this guy. Completely insane. If you don't have this guy Easy Aid yet, another very common unit that was coming around a lot of times. He is a big offensive and defensive juggernaut with his abilities. And then again, obviously turning around here with Scouter Vegeta. Again, not everybody's going to have these units, but if you've got some of these units, this is just a pure mono intelligence team that I was talking about that can be very, very devastating. And then you can throw in some other Vegeta family teams that don't necessarily have gifted warriors, but can turn around and be very good. So we'll actually take a look here of some other ones here. I mean, this Dark Mask King is one that I was talking about. Very defensive heavy for heroes units. And then there is the... Where is he? I thought there was an intelligence... Oh, I guess maybe he was the only one I was thinking of. But, you know, there you go. I mean, you've got just a handful of those units that you have to sit there and think about. And then not to mention, I mean, each one of these units were great. You're talking about Golden Week. You're talking about Saiyan Day. And you're talking about, what, New Year's banners, right? That's what the Goku and Kid Buu were. So... All units you're using today, all units that are good. I don't really like the term aged units. I know that's something that Greg Daw has mentioned a number of different times in some of his videos, that, you know, these units, they're only going to get better. And the content right now, if anything, is going to get harder, because right now, how are you doing on Red Zone? How are you doing against Cell Max? Those are some of the different things you have to ask yourself. And if you're able to run against those and do pretty well against those, you know, they're fine. They are beatable. There's plenty of tutorials and guides and things of that nature that are on the list, but really when you're coming down and trying to make a decision on what you want to do, you've got that. But then also, we do have tickets. As you can see, they're going to be able to get daily tickets. So maybe you don't summon on this thing with stones. Maybe you're just going to jump around, use the tickets that are going to be coming out daily. Really, from now until the 4th is when those tickets are supposed to be available. So, what is the timing on that? Jeez, I can't even remember. But you're going to be sitting there at, what, 2 weeks of free tickets, 15 free tickets. That's 3 free multi-summons that are guaranteed. If you do the 5 multi, that's guaranteed to be an SSR. I mean, maybe that's good enough. I have no idea. And then if you sit there and you turn around and you're trying to figure out, well, do you want to use coins? You know, yeah, I mean, red coins are definitely one thing that you can turn around and think about. I mean, obviously, I've got almost 3,000 red coins. I don't ever use them. I don't ever spend them. I easily could turn around and max out some of these units, and I would not feel bad about summoning and using the red coins to be able to turn around and pick up any of these units, at least to get them to 79%. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that definitely any of these units, if you have good teams that you can run for them and you've been missing them, pick them up with your red coins. But then you do have to ask yourself, how good is Gamma 1, Gamma 2? I mean, the first videos I've seen of Gamma 2 is that he's doing like 56 million because he's attacking 5 times for like 13 million each. That's insane. But will you pick him up? Then you also have to wonder about heroes. And I think out of the 3 banners, I would tell you Heroes should be number 1, and the reason why I believe Heroes should be number 1 is because of the fact that it is a banner that doesn't come around that often. So just a couple different things to think about. Definitely gonna have to make some decisions. Personally, 40 stone, discounted multi, throw one at it, see what happens, make those determinations and go from there. But otherwise, that is going to be it. That's going to be today's video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you go down, hit that red subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell so you're notified each and every time that I'm uploading a new video. And don't forget to hit that like button, because it definitely helps out the channel, helps out the video, and everything else. But no content has been a little bit slim. Life is finally starting to calm down, I hope, a little bit, and we'll be able to be uploading regularly. You can't really control when uploads and different things, or I guess you can't really control when life is going to happen that can affect different things when it's into this. But obviously you need to make sure you have that balance and you understand what is important, and make sure you keep things in balance that way. So that is my PSA for everybody today. So that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.